I used to feel like a failure. Every time I would miss one day. Anytime I missed a day of meditation, I missed a day of working out, I missed a day of consistency, I would feel like I can't call myself someone that meditates or someone that works out or someone that's consistent. I just feel like I couldn't call myself that person. And that's when I realized that that way of thinking is a problem. So maybe you felt like this too, where you miss one day and all of a sudden everything collapses, everything you've worked for, it's done. Like, you're not consistent, you miss a day. You're not someone who does these things. Now, saying these things back and explaining it in this moment makes me realize how much of a problem that was, but we often don't realize when we're in it that we're doing these things. I would go from I'm consistent one day and I don't deserve my goals the next day because of one day. And the problem is that all or nothing mindset. And in our culture and society, it's becoming harder and harder to actually not fall in the trap of hustle culture. And that's when I noticed I was tying my identity to perfection. And I never thought I was someone like that, but reflecting and noticing my patterns, it's crazy how I am really like that, where I've been feeling like I'm someone who's all or nothing. Like if I didn't do something every day, it just didn't count in the grand scheme of things. But if you think about it, if you do 3 habits per week for a year, that's powerful. That's working out for 1 whole year. But I would go and think, I'm gonna work out 1 hour every day forever. That was the mindset. So after 3 weeks, of course I was burnt out. I would say, I'm gonna meditate every morning for 10 minutes. Then a random morning, I would have to wake up earlier than before for work and I would miss it. And I would just be like, you know what, I just don't meditate. I'm not someone who meditates, I guess. But that's stupid. Because that's not what those habits are for. You don't work out just to say you worked out for a year. You don't meditate just to say that you meditate. And that's the mindset I had. I don't know if that resonates with you, but that was me. And I am changing. And here are the 4 shifts that are helping me at the moment. I'm kind of just like this framework I'm working on. We're comparing, overdoing. We're watching others instead of building ourselves. I think we all fall in this trap where we just look at people the whole time and think, wow, I want that. I want that physique. I want that lifestyle. I want that success. But you're comparing yourself to 4 years of dedication or 10 years of dedication. So that's something we have to stop doing because our day 2 is their day 200. And I would fall in this trap so often. And I feel it's getting easier to fall in that trap with social media nowadays. Number 2 is consuming more than creating. Now this might sound simple, but we're often blind to it. We say we're gonna start something, but then we do a whole lot of research. I'm gonna learn all I can about it. I'm gonna research exactly how to do it. What's the perfect way, the perfect habit, the perfect lifestyle, the perfect routine. But then weeks and months and we're still researching. But the problem with that is we do feel productive while we're doing it. So when we research and learn, we think or feel like we're doing it versus doing actions, imperfect actions every day will get you much further, much faster, and you'll learn a whole lot more by actually doing the thing, even if it's not perfect. Number 3 is trying to do too much. Be careful not to do too much in a short amount of time, because then you'll get burnt out and then you'll stop and then feel like a failure because you can't be consistent. So that's the loop we have to try to get out of. And finally, the most important shift that changed everything for me was misunderstanding what consistency means. Consistency is not never stopping, it's always returning. I think that's what never giving up means, and being consistent means always returning. You're not a failure if you miss one day. You're not a failure if you miss 2 days or 3 days or a week. But if you keep returning, instead of feeling like you're not someone who do these things and then you feel bad for yourself and just keep going in that loop, then yeah, you won't be consistent. You go on and off, all or nothing. Over a year, if you keep returning, you'll be consistent. If I miss a day, I don't spiral anymore. I return the next day and start again. I focus on weekly consistency instead of daily perfection. So maybe it's about who you're becoming over time, someone who keeps coming back. And I'm trying to be that person for myself and make my future self proud. But it starts with returning, restarting. So thanks for watching. I'm on this journey as you are. I just thought sharing my perspective on things might help people, and that's my main driver. If you love these kinds of videos, please subscribe and like and comment how you've been feeling, what consistency means to you, and what you've learned from the past and are trying to do in the present. And I'll see you next time.